Hey there! So today we have another review. This is a pure courtesy of Matt. Thank you so much. This is Rock My Dream Face IPA from DSSOLVR. Again, really scary looking face on that. This is from Asheville, North Carolina, 7% IPA brewer Citra and Idaho 7. This was canned 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Quite fresh. Oh, wow. I was expecting hazy. It's not hazy at all. Huh. Very curious. So, fun brewery. One of the up-and-coming, exciting breweries out of Asheville, North Carolina. One of the beer cities in the country. So, this beer comes in a medium gold color, has a medium to medium minus haze to it. Almost looks like a little bit like almost like a highlight. I don't know, something like that. Not maybe that beer is a little bit darker. Yeah, that beer is darker, but it really doesn't have much haze to it. If anything, a little bit of a chill haze. So, I smell a nice bready sweetness to it. It has that kind of like bready, sweet IPA note to it, along with those floral hops. So it's like a hoppy, sweet kind of note. Again, not like stickily sweet, but just like in the range of like, yeah, this initial, oh wow. And then as you dig in a little bit more, I get a little bit more of this kind of like sweet lemon note. Almost a touch of like berry, yeah. Idaho 7, fun one. So it almost has this kind of like stewed strawberry note. Oh yeah. And then also just like a nice kind of candied tropical twang to it. So almost like a, thinking like, a Capri Sun or something like Gobstopper or something like, yeah. Candy fruitiness, hint of tropical, hint of that kind of, oh, there you go. A little bit that high C kind of thing dancing in there. Fruit punchy. Cheers. Oh yeah, wow. So despite the aromatics of a little bit of kind of like berry sweetness, it's actually a pretty tame neutral kind of malt profile on this one. It has a little bit of like pale white bread, crackery kind of thing driving in there. And then as you drink it more, there's a little bit of that twang of sweetness, which is quite nice because it accentuates the hops. It has this kind of like really nice sweet pineapple note. Again, a little bit candy, a little bit fruit punchy. As I drink it more, I'm getting a little bit more kind of this kind of dried orange peel note to it. Yeah, really nice kind of dried orange peel, something that you'd almost use as like a sort of a spice in cooking. So that kind of like concentrated, dry, not juicy sweet orange. So it's like a little bit of dried orange peel, a little bit of that kind of tangerine thing, sure. And then also some of that pineapple, a little bit of that kind of light malt there, and then really restrained on the bitterness, yeah, for sure. So again, this is more of that kind of like updated kind of IPA. Again, not New England, but not quite West Coast, and just kind of this kind of like newer IPA that we're making these days that just is a little bit restrained on the crystal malt sweetness, and then like using more modern hops instead of the classic kind of big grapefruit pine notes. It's got a little bit more tropical, which is a little bit more bright and pretty. Yeah, and as I drink more, I get a little bit this kind of like lemon hard candy thing. That lemon peel on the note that I guess I was smelling on the nose a little bit is coming in here as well. Pleasant beer, and then there's a little hint of herbaceous on the back end, just a little bit of that kind of hop character, a little bit of that green dancing in the back end. Quite nice and pretty and clean. Very pleasant beer. Yeah, I think I like where the malt doesn't hit you at first, but then you get a little bit of sweetness, really accentuating those hop notes. Yeah, as it warms up, I could tell it's gonna sweeten up a little bit more. It's gonna really lean a little bit more towards like juicy, fresh orange, Valencia orange kind of thing. And then as you drink more, yeah, there's a little bit of that pretty green, minty kind of slight pine kind of note in there. So you get a nice combination transitioning from citrus and orange, citrus peels, and a little bit of tropical, a little bit of candy, a little bit of the malt, a little bit of that kind of hop character on the back end, just like a bright, fresh green thing. Very nice, very pretty beer, just like something you'd just like want generally, just like, thinking hoppy, you don't want to get slammed in the face from New England, you want a bitter bomb West Coast. It's just like that updated, well executed, I don't know what's it called, IPA 2020. Yeah. I saw a lot of these beers in 2019. I think we're going to see more and more of them. As you wait more, there's more of that tea note in the back end. So now that hop character is leaning on kind of like a green tea, sure. This for me gets a tasty stuff. Let's get a 92 on this one. I actually like these updated IPAs. I like them more and more. 93, Rock My Dream Face, a DSSOLVR. Thank you so much, Matt. Fantastic. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.